Hello and welcome to Lunacid. This is episode 8. Last time we managed to reach the archives and we ran through a lot of it, I want to say, maybe all of it. I don't know whether we're done with the archives yet. We did manage to get this blood magic, which speeds us up quite considerably. That's super handy, I guess. Now that I think about that, I believe this could be very helpful in outrunning death in the catacombs. Although I still don't know why we need to return there in the first place. It's possible that we've missed an item or two in that labyrinth where death was chasing us. So I might return there at some point, but I don't quite know when, where, or why. I do want to return to the archives though, because something about the archives feels not finished. Maybe it's just that I don't quite understand the level design yet. The shortcuts in this game until now felt incredibly rewarding and consistent. This shortcut here was great. The other one I don't quite understand. Because the weird thing is, we were down there at some point in the previous episode, and I was convinced this should somehow connect back to this checkpoint, but it didn't. Because over there in that corner is that NPC. The historian Daedalus. Down there they're sitting. It's mysterious. Something about this feels off. We did find another shortcut over here somewhere. I believe we have been down there. So yeah, there was this elevator, and then from the elevator there was a path. There was like an illusory wall type of mirage thing down there in that corner. That was pretty much the last thing we found. Mysteriously enough, it doesn't feel like we're done here. If that makes sense. Did we come here only for the speed spell? Wait, what? Wasn't there a barrier here earlier? Did that disappear together with the mirage? So this is just back to Daedalus. Can we climb? No. That would be a cool shortcut. Ha. We had read that, but the strange thing is, it feels like we received some of the texts out of order. Wait, did I just see something glow? Did one of you drop an item? Oh, there. Silver. Yeah, you see, the thing is, the only deal of Daedalus here is something about a cursed book that was like stained with ink. And he said we should bring him one. Or like everyone we find. So I'm kind of expecting to find that book here in the archives. And we haven't yet. Although it is entirely possible. No such thing can be found in the archives anyways. It's possible we will find some book like that only somewhere else. And maybe then we need to bring it here? I mean, I wouldn't mind. My issue now is I don't know where else to go. Return to where death was chasing us? Doesn't feel quite correct. How is it possible that there's like nothing here? Oh, there was a monovel or something here. So this was the mirage we broke. We have not been up there, I don't think. Or have we? Maybe we have and I forgot. Is that pathway over here that I missed? No, hold on, this is just returning to the checkpoint. I wonder if this will actually kill us. If the elevator hits us. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. What is this way? Oh, nothing much. It's essentially just a dead end. Okay. So this is where the music changed. Yeah, this mysterious door. Okay, I definitely need to remember this. Memo to self. There is a door with blue crystals in the archive. History of Ages, Volume 20. Oh wait, we had missed this, I think. History of the Ages, Volume 20, Excerpt 2. Is there another one over here? No. Maybe I do want to have something that gives off more light? Like the Twisted Staff. It's easy to see things that way. Okay, so let's read this one. So, History of the Ages, Volume 20, Excerpt 2. Prince Krelal, the son of Great Queen Justina Fanu and renowned knight Ophelia, right? Prince Krelal, the son of Great Queen Justina Fanu and renowned knight Ophelia, took over as regent when his mothers entered into 1,000-year sleep. It is unknown which mother transformed in order to sire him, if at all. And while his mothers both became vampires later in life, he was born one. Oh, while his mothers both became vampires later in life, he was born one. He was born vampire. He quickly became feared within Lyria for his ruthlessness and power. Excerpt 3. Later, when the Golden Lance began to take rule and Lyria was mostly destroyed, Prince Krelal vanquished the entire Fanu castle. The castle was eventually discovered during the Crusades and became a focal point for conflict. However, since its vanishing, its servants had been turned to vampires, and the prince had amassed an army of creatures who succeeded in defending it. So we have learned about the vampires of Castle Fanu. None of that truly helps us though. I just hope there's nothing that's gonna happen while sitting on a specific one of these sofas for 20 minutes. You never know. Isn't there a manticore here? Yeah. Chimera, not manticore. Poisoned. Great. This was the spot with the guts sword. Oh, maybe all of these are the new reading nooks. I see. So this is the elevator that goes down. It doesn't look like this leads anywhere. I'm not finding anything new. Although, to be honest, the most confusing section of this entire area was at the very bottom. This area here made the least sense to me. So I don't recall having read many more book entry here. There was one near Daedalus and that's pretty much it. Is this entire section come back here later once you have found that book? Because I don't know what else to do here. Confusing bit is This blindfold, well, I chose to be blinded this way. It was the only way to read these black books. Besides, there is no knowledge my eyes could give me that I haven't already obtained. Make sure to bring me any black-stained books you find. I mean, we haven't found any books black-stained or otherwise. Yeah, maybe there is no forward progress to be had here. I don't know. This feels very weird, but I guess I accept that for now. I mean, we've gained a couple of spells, especially this speeding spell is pretty nice. You know what? Let's go back to the forest for now. Go talk to Patchouli was her name? Oh yeah, and get us some more power once we're here. Because you see, Patchouli's behavior is a bit weird. She gave us the stuff that poisons us, and she keeps on saying, "Oh, you're not dead yet? Why are you not dead yet? Are you dead yet?" So it's almost like she expects us to die from these health VIs. The kind of mimic item that just poisons us. Oh, you're still alive? Whoa, whoa, look at you. Anyway, want to take a look at anything? Yes. We can buy more of these. So what if we consume more of them? Does that do anything? Great, now we have 14 of both? That's super confusing. Which of them is which now? 14 health vial? Mana, health, antidote, mimic item, poisoned. You see, the thing is, she gave us a quest at some point, right? And I'm fairly certain she only gave that quest after we consumed the first of these mimic items? Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to be running around through this maze right now. We might go back there, check if there was any path that we've missed. But you see, the really mysterious bit that has me really puzzled right now there were two ways for us to reach the catacombs. And the catacombs so far turned out to mostly be a dead end. And that's super weird. Why would you design your world in a way that sooner or later you'll probably run into the catacombs, which is then just a dead end? That's very strange. Any opal to be collected? Huh? Maybe there's something up there in the canopy that we've missed. No opal? Man. Okay, let's think through this. We had multiple ways of getting to that led us to the catacombs. The catacombs feel like a dead end right now. Reaching this archive area felt like pure luck. with me just trying to jump up there. Nobody forces you to level up dexterity, right? But I guess a pile of coffins can allow you to get there anyway. So there's probably multiple ways of jumping up there. There is a door with blue crystals in the archives. I don't know how to interact with these. They stand out quite a lot because there's 2 of them in Castle Le Fanu. Yet there is 2 doors like this here. One of them with white crystals and the other one with red crystals. This looks like it could hold like a crystal or something. But it doesn't feel interactable. It doesn't say, you know, do stuff or whatever, right? Ice sickle. Right, we hadn't read this. A curved icy blade imbued with some lost form of ice magic. Let's try this blood drain spell. No. What else is red? Fire damage? Maybe blood strike. No. No way. So this is a container for blood. Wow. So maybe, since we have now learned from the archives that the inhabitants of the castle have been turned to vampires, maybe we want a vampire hunter's sword while in this castle. And we received the vampire hunter sword from hold on. I do want to have something that creates light though. Wait. Can we talk to our friend here, now that we've opened that door? I'm on my way to kill the lord of this castle, who is that vampire prince. But I've ran into a bit of a conundrum. I can't figure out how to open the main gates. How does it work, you wonder? It's interesting. In the forest we learned that we can interact with like these plants via blood. All the gates are open now? You gotta be kidding me. Does that mean also that Blue Gates in the library is open now? Mysterious, mysterious. I don't trust this. Hollow Castle reached the castle achievement. Yeah, a castle full of vampires? Great. What are these things? Oh, interesting, the blue doors are not open. Do we need ice magic or ice damage to... But we had ice something, right? Ice spear. No, but there's also like no receptacle here. Huh. Wait, are all these doors locked? Bloodweed? Is that a material? Yes. A carnivorous plant that feeds and places thoroughly soaked in blood, often found on battlefields and used much like the ancient practice of leeching. Was it that thing? Maybe. Okay. The gates on the right are locked up. There are green crystal doors. Interesting. Yet another color. We need poison damage then? But none of these have the same kind of receptacle like that blood door. Ah, I guess I will continue along the path of the first door we opened. Also, I probably want to save. Wait, but now that we have the achievement of opening the door, can we talk to you? Well met. I feel so foolish. How does it work, I wonder? Yeah, I wonder, how does it work? Very sneaky. Alright, so we expect vampires. That probably will take a lot of damage from light attacks. What's this? Spectral candle. Well, you look impaled. Wait, this reminds me of that corpse that we found in the catacombs. Are they indicating that a red skeleton is the skeleton of a vampire? Starved vampire thrall. Wait, it said they take way more damage from light? 46? 27. I guess this still deals like more damage per hit. Twisted Staff is too strong. Yeah, 145%. Yeah, that's definitely the way to go. It also provides light, which is very convenient. Oh, another blood door. What else can we find here, though? What was that? Oh, were these cobwebs? To whoever finds me, I was at my end. I couldn't survive any longer without transmuting myself. Take me out of this prison and you'll find I can be of service. Therian Bunch, Spellsword of the Golden Lance. Summon Ice Sword. Summons a spectral sword as a temporary soul familiar. Stays for as long as the caster has mana or until the spell is cast again. Once a spell sword under service for the Holy Lance, they turned into a living sword to survive in the Great Well. What? Did I not equip the spell correctly? I did not. Glove bandage? Oh, nice. Oh, it constantly drains my mana. Yeah, I don't think I need you right now. Thanks for the help, though. This staff is way too good. Wait, we're back to the start? Oh, really? Oh no, I got turned around. So maybe we still want that blood? I think I opened this gate with Blood Strike, but I feel like Blood Drain should also do it. If you're facing the right way? Had we been here? Okay, I guess we want to open that other blood door. Here. Okay, let's try. Yeah, it does work. Nice. But it opens from both sides? Okay. Oh. Cloth bandage again. Vampire page. Vampiric ashes. Oh, that sounds like interesting alchemical ingredients. Okay, so this is where I came from. Then where does this lead? Okay. I find it kind of mysterious though that I was hoping to learn something that would allow me to enter this castle, right? And interestingly, I did learn something that allowed me to enter this castle, but it was no knowledge that the game explicitly gave me. The vampiric symbol W acquired? Is that a material? Wait, ocean bone shell? A whole piece of ocean bone. Vampiric ashes, the dried remains of one inflicted with vampiricism. Vampirism? Vampiric symbol W? A brilliantly shining jewel embedded with lost tech magic that grants access to white castle doors within Le Fanu castle. Long ago the kingdom of Lyria harbored many vampiric citizens, granting them protection in exchange for their magical knowledge. But the white door was open previously anyways. Vampiric symbol W for white? Okay. Weird. So all of this was essentially to reach this key item then. But why was the white door open previously anyways? I'm so... What? So we just go back up then to enter the main gate. Mysterious? Mysterious. Is that the path back up? It is, right? How does it work, I wonder? Yeah. How would it work? So Ophelia also became a vampire. I still don't know how exactly the leveling here works. What I mean is damage done with ranged weapons. Does that include my staff? Or is intelligence what? Cancel. Because you see the twisted staff has 46 damage now. Let's level up intelligence. To give us much more mana. $46. Okay. So maybe it does scale with dexterity? That would be weird though. Why was that door open previously? Is that a bug? So we might be looking for Another one of these key items for the blue or the green door. You take much less damage from fire. But I guess this is still the best weapon against these guys. Bloodweed. Okay. No? You okay? So much bloodweed. So many paths upstairs. I think there was another corridor to that side where we saw that page. Also, that was this. This is where we saw the page. Also, does this? What's that? Light acquired. Another path up? Ah, that is not the speed up, man. Of course, it's not the speed up. So, is this also just a tiny dead end? Yeah, looks like it. Blood wine. I guess that makes sense. Wondering though, vampire is one of the starting classes, right? Does that mean you can become a vampire? Or as a vampire starting class you wouldn't fight the ones here? Maybe you still would. Huh. Okay, so we have two paths upstairs now, which is interesting. Let's start here, because why not? Oh, you look different. I'll come back here in a second. Is that the other path that came up? Yes, I think so. Okay. Huh. Another place like that. Why do none of these fountains do anything? Shouldn't they do something? Down? Oh, hey. 175057-8MA, whatever that date means. Dear lady, I've read your words again and again, for it brings me unforeseen delight to hear that you have finally beaten your family curse. I ride now from our great battlefield on the outskirts to your estate. I will have this steed fly like it never has before. But I presume the raven which brings this letter might arrive sooner. Ophelia of Lyria. Finally beaten your family curse. Is that... Does that refer to the vampirism? Oh hey, is that Garat? Garat's the Hound! Glory to you, Valnek! Someone filled this fountain with healing water. Drink as much as you please, Valnek. It's far too strong for me. Expect a good fight ahead if the master is mightier than these thralls. Ha! My blood burns in anticipation. Holy water acquired. Drink. Oh, is it possible that the blood fountains we saw earlier would have been healing for the vampire starting class? Fight up ahead. Will we fight the prince then? What was... I think there was another path that we didn't take that seemed to have an enemy type we haven't seen before. Where was that? Yeah, we cannot drink this one. I think it was over there. Or is it an enemy? Great, but... feels like you're missing some wings. Obsidian acquired. Wait, you were chained here? That's... gruesome? Why would you, like, rip off the wings of the great bat and chain it here? Okay, 1704 0578 MA. I write this letter fervently, my sweet Ophelia, for it presents itself that I, last living of the Fanu line, might have finally solved my family curse. As you know, our castle has always unnaturally attracted the great fog beasts, and of which your annihilation I've much been affectionate. What? So Ophelia has been slaying great fog beasts? And that is the curse? But today I have found the cause. Please return to me as soon as you can. What are great fog beasts? And why was a great bat here? Mysterious, mysterious. So, will we have our first boss fight now then? Honestly, I really wouldn't mind getting a shortcut to the checkpoint before the boss fight. I mean there's still that blue door and green door at the entrance area. We haven't opened those yet. So this is where Garat was. Blue door. Two blue doors. What? Two blue doors? Why do these doors open? But we only have the white thing. How does this make sense? Should we go back and try some alchemy? Demi never does anything. Clive, do you have a story for us? Hooks behind the golden. Let's try some alchemy. We have many new ingredients. What can we do with ocean bone shell? Nothing. Okay. Bloodweed. What can we do with bloodweed? Yellow moral and moon petal. Ocean bone shard? Okay, then maybe bloodweed. Yellow moral? And moon petal? Fairy moss. Oh, that's actually really nice. Vampiric ashes. Nothing. Weird? And so the ectoplasm... moon petal, fire opal. No, ectoplasm, moon petal. What did fire opal want again? That made bombs, right? Oh, ashes. Fire opal, ashes, and ashes is bomb. Okay. Ectoplasm, fire opal, and... Okay. So, 2 parts, simple ashes, and a fire opal is a bomb. Right. Antidote throwing knives. Moonlight vial. Moon petal, obsidian, and ashes. Moon petal, bloodweed, and a yellow moral. Ectoplasm, snowflake, obsidian, and moon petal. Is a wisp hearts. Right. Snowflake, obsidian. So many recipes we're still missing. Interestingly, we cannot do anything with the vampiric ashes at all. Mana vial 177? No? Why would I do that? Let's just triple check that none of the weapons we have can be upgraded. Okay. No level up? Warp. Will that blue door in the library open now? Because the blue doors in Castle Fanu opened to us, and I don't know why. Although, the blue doors might specifically be one-way doors that always open from one side, irrespective of whether you have the white something symbol. Which would mean that this door has to be opened from the other side. There was no other path in the library. Maybe some other place will connect to that. I don't know. Catacombs, catacombs, catacombs. Now that we have this speedy magic, we could run through this labyrinth section once more to check whether there's items we've missed. But that's pretty much the only thing I can think of in the catacombs. So I guess let's just return to the castle and see if there's something else we can do here. Garrett is gone from this spot, which makes sense. Let's see if that green door up there opens now. Also, do the blue doors open from this side too? Interesting. I don't understand the logic behind that. Let's check the green door first. This one doesn't open. Why? Grants access to white castle doors within Le Fanu Castle. Why do the blue doors open now? Huh? Oh. Oh, is this the window? Gotta break all the pots. Poltergeist. Dark and light damage. Why would they take damage from the dark damage? Why would they be susceptible to dark damage though? (27 damage from the Vampire Hunter sword. Silver Rapier 27. Dark Greatsword 31. Corrupted Dagger. Oh, more reading. 1719. 0578 MA. Dear Diary. How sweet and joyous it is, but still difficulty, division, and melancholy fills my still heart. With one bite, merely a simple drop of blood, I overcame my family curse. If only I had found this gift sooner, I would not be the last of Fanu. With one bite, merely a simple drop of blood. So does that imply that, what was her name? Justinia. Or Justina? Willingly became a vampire? By letting this gigantic bat bite her? I mean, that kind of sounds like what they are trying to say here. And then she also turned Ophelia into a vampire? The Golden Lance has finally broken Castle Le Fanu. While the last army was a pitiful, hopeless display of combat, they won. I have sealed the worst of their damage away, using the clock tower. Dancing rats? Ectoplasm. Hold on, do we have a damaging spell? Summon Fairy. Light damage. This could help here. Ghost Light, Holy Warmth. Let's try Summon Fairy. Maybe the Fairy deals light damage, and that could be helpful against... Wait, you do attack my enemies, right? We had tested that in the catacombs. Yeah, you do. Interestingly, keeping the fairy here doesn't drain my mana constantly. As opposed to the light ice sword? Wait, cursed painting? What? Why did it say cursed painting? Earth elixir. What? Hold on. What? Huh? Wait, where did we come from? Oh, we came from here. Okay. Yes. Right. So that means we haven't even been in here yet. Oh, secrets. Secret elevator? Wow. Curious? Where would that go? Up or down? Let's take that elevator later. Memo to self, don't forget about the elevator. Of course you're a cursed painting. (1725-0578 MA). Dear Diary, I read of those with this gift before. Oh, but the sun. Ha, if they knew what would become of that dim orb behind the fog. Ophelia found this amusing as well. I have yet to bestow her with this, or burden her so. She is so dedicated to serving as a knight that she pledged for it immediately. But that is not what I long for, Ophelia. There are none who stand above us now, none to take away our kinship. No reason left not to pursue happiness in your arms and in your kisses. I must know that she feels the same before sharing this gift. I cannot stand to wait a lifetime. So yeah, this is exactly what it sounds like. She willingly became a vampire and then turned Ophelia into one as well. What? Wait, it's time to drink our elixirs again, right? We have an earth elixir. We have 2 earth elixirs? Wait, what? And what ocean elixir? What? Okay. Is there something we can do with this? Maybe it's just supposed to be creepy. Very strange sounds coming from it though. Wait, what? Green crystal. The mechanics of these crystal doors are just weird. When we found that vampiric symbol, to me it sounded like we would need one of these symbols for every color of door except for red, where we can just use blood. But that's not how that works. Oh wow. Ectoplasm. Ah! I did not see it there. Rand. Tin silver acquired. No additional items, okay. Okay, next time we check the level up, I will put some additional stats into Dex and then check if this staff gets more damage or not. Because if so, then it literally works as the text describes. What are you? Malformed? That's someone who tried to turn into a vampire, but it didn't work? Vampiric ashes. Very, very curious. Vampiric symbol E acquired. Emerald? A brilliantly shining jewel embedded with lost tech magic that grants access to emerald castle doors within Le Castle Fanu. Within Le Fanu castle. With no kingdom left and no abiding rule above, the vampires of old faded from known existence. Why does this one have a moon in the background? Mirage revealed. Have we been here? Hold on. Cloth bandage, is that an item? It is. A simple bandage to prevent excessive bleeding. Restores blood and stops any current bleeding. Oh, that's useful. We've been here before, right? But where in the catacombs is this now? Or dungeon? It's maybe more like a dungeon than catacombs, but... So this is the spider-looking place. Oh, wait, maybe this was actually... This is supposed to be ice textures? Maybe this is supposed to be ice textures. So this was the mirage. Which means this is the exit? Kinda. Yes, okay. So now we have this emerald thingy. Oh. Door to another level. Memo to self, don't forget the elevator upstairs and the door to another level in the dungeon of the castle. Another mirage. Hold on, what? But there was another emerald door down that way we came from. What? Okay, so there's multiple places to check out now. There's the path to the next level. There is the elevator that was upstairs. The elevator was behind a hidden path, though. So that's probably gonna be... I wanted to check the dex scaling of the Twisted Staff. 46 damage. .48 damage, so it does scale with dex. That's wild, but okay. I believe the elevator was up here. Is that possible? Maybe there's something in that clock tower thing. Was it somewhere here? Here. Okay, where does this take us? What? What on earth is this? Excuse me? So if we had a videotape, we could put it here. Is that what I'm getting from that? That's a way more convenient spot to watch. Okay, if we find another videotape, I will sure to remember to come here. That's reasonably easy to get to from this checkpoint. Okay. However, somewhere along this path there was, I think, a green crystal door? That we saw before we got the emerald symbol. Right? No, that was just this weird room. Ha. So many secrets. Blade of Ophelia acquired. (1729-0578 MA). I rub my eyes for tears and to make sure I'm not simply in a dream. My love, my sweet Justina, I never thought we'd be entwined, but we outlived all those who would stand against us. And with this great gift, we'll outlive any others. I drank her blood, and she mine. So different from blood shed in battle, we shed blood and love. Castle Le Fanu. Ophelia's blade. Oh, Blade of Ophelia, that's the way it spells. 61 physical, reach 3.75. The arming sword of Great Knight Ophelia. She defended Lyria from countless fog beasts until this sword, using this sword, and continued serving even after losing humanity to vampirism. Withdraws vitality from its foes? Hold on a second. Physical damage and life leech? That's wild. Okay, so I guess we're just meant to go through the green door in the main entrance hall then? Yeah, because this just leads down back into the catacomb section. I'm saying catacomb again. It's more like dungeon? Dungeon. So this is where we got the symbol. And going up revealed that mirage. I have no idea which of the doors is opening here, but something's happening. Another door to a level? Okay, so we have two doors to two different levels. Maybe it's two entrances into the same level. Unclear. However, I do want to go back to Wing's Rest, I think. I don't want to start exploring a completely new space now. So it feels very much like we are going to be running up against the prince, who is like the son of Justina and Ophelia. Let's just do some alchemy then. Did we have more opal? We have opal. Was it yellow morrow? A lotus seed pod? Why does the order matter? So with lotus seed powder, we can combine onyx. Or was it obsidian? No. Moon petal, obsidian, and ashes. Snowflake, obsidian, onyx, and obsidian. Opal, onyx, and lotus seed. But oh, we're missing the opal again. Okay. Wait, can we? Can we do anything else with onyx though? Obsidian moon petal? Do we have an obsidian moon petal? Oh, and ashes. That's the moonlight vial. I see. What can we do with ectoplasm? Moon petal? Ectoplasm and fire opal? Still missing something. Okay. Come on, yellow moral. Lotus seed pod. Bloodweed. Moon petal? Moon petal? Yellow moral and bloodweed. Okay. Well, I guess there's several things for us to check out next time. There is 2 level exit doors in Castle Le Fanu. One of them is down in the dungeon section. Mana vial is growing more and more expensive. Right, let's sit down. So there is a level exit door down in the dungeon section of Castle Le Fanu. Oh, was it in the dungeon? I think it was in the dungeon. Maybe not. There's definitely a level exit door on the upper level behind the green door. Then there is the blue door in the library. I still haven't quite figured out why the blue doors opened for us, but it's possible that they're just going to be opening now. Unless I'm misinterpreting the white vampiric symbol, and that is actually the one that opens the blue doors. And then that would leave a big question mark as to what allowed us to open the white door in the entrance hall. Right? No, I think I checked the blue doors after we got the white symbol. And I don't think they opened. So I really don't know what it is that allows us to go through the blue doors in Castle Le Fanu. Maybe they were really entrances from the backside without us needing any form of specific blood sacrifice or item. Maybe they just decided, okay, after you have, I don't know, something else, these doors are going to open now, and maybe the one in the library will open as well. That's my hope. It is, however, entirely possible that it won't open and we will have to circle back around through another level or through another area somehow, and then open that blue door in the library from the backside. Entirely possible as well. Is there anything else on my to-do list? If we get another VHS tape, we need to check it out. Probably on the big screen in Castle Le Fanu. And I still don't quite know what to make of the first videotape that we found. because we found a place to record to play it back in the catacombs, and it was showing something of the, what was it? The very first area, shortly before we came into the sewers. There was this very, very long kind of sewage-like tunnel that was leading up to the sewers, where we had found that first videotape. And when watching that videotape, it showed that corridor with the character from the first-person perspective doing something with that gate that is at the end of that corridor, hallway, tunnel thing. So I'd love to check that out as well. But I think that's it on my to-do list. So yeah. That means we have things to do. I thank you all for watching, and I hope you will join me again next time when we start going through that list.